Good evening, everybody. I just wanted to tell a testimony of what happened, I want to say about maybe like a week and a half ago, but it started about 3 months ago. But so, like, most of you guys know that I work for Comcast, and I'm a residential technician, and I was given the opportunity to switch and do commercial businesses. And I took the job. I thought that it was going to be more money and things like that, which on paper it is. So as time went on, like I started seeing like the lack of money and like the lack of everything basically. And I was praying about it, and I was just like, okay, well, like maybe this is just a test for me, in my faith and things like that. And I wouldn't say I blew it off as that, but I just let it be as that. So, and it was pretty much just me in the company, and we had like 5 or 6 different like business technicians, and I was asking them if they had like any money trouble. It's like, no, we're fine, and I was like, well, dang, what is going on? I'm doing like the same amount of jobs as y'all, I'm getting big, huge jobs, and like every paycheck, it was like there were like either 3 jobs that were missing, like just completely missing. So I would go to them about it. Okay, well, if you did the jobs, then we're going to pay you for them and things like that, which they've only paid me for two of them out of like what 60. So so after that, I just started praying about it, and then I was talking to Brother Bolden. And I was asking, like, what's going on? Like, why is this happening like this? Like, I just didn't understand it. And his response to me was, did I ask the Lord about switching to business class? I said, no, that I didn't really, think that it was that big of a deal. I was just, I'm still with the same company, just like Brother Drayton said. He was like, well, you're still with the same company, or you still, you're still in the same state. But this was after, like I told him the testimony about it. And, he was saying, like, that's how some people, like, try to reason it in their mind, And so, I talked to Brother Bolden about it, and he was like, just go ahead and, like, just, like, ask the Lord for forgiveness, and switch back. I was like, okay. So I texted my field manager that morning, that night, and I told him, I was like, well, I can't do business class anymore. I have to switch back. He said, he didn't even respond back. He just read the text message and put his phone down, basically. And next morning I woke up. Well, like before that, I was telling Brother Bolden, well, like sometimes they won't switch you back. They make you stay on there. You can't leave until somebody else takes your position. And I was asking Brother Bolden, like, well, what if he says no? And he said, well, just let the Lord deal with it from there. So the next morning, I looked at my jobs, and sure enough, I had commercial jobs after I had already told him that. Same morning, I called him, and, I was talking to him. I was like, well, I told you that I can't do commercial and all this and that, and he said, well, this is not going to happen overnight. It takes 24 hours for us to even get you out the system and do all this and do that. So in my mind, I was like, okay, well, Lord, I'm just going to go ahead and go to work, and I'll just let, you take care of whatever you need to take care of. So as I was leaving out, I was actually like on my way to that job. And I saw that my whole route changed. They took all the jobs from me, and they gave me my residential jobs. And he texted me. He said that, okay, well, we switched you back to residential. They changed your skill set back to residential. And I was extremely excited. I texted Brother Bolden. I told him, how all of it played out. And from there, it was like just a huge relief. Like, I still can't explain the feeling. Like, the only words that come to me is freedom. Like I felt free after they switched me, because I didn't even notice how bad it was hurting me until they switched me back to residential. So that's my testimony, and I just want to say, like, even if you think it's small, like, pray and ask the Lord if that's what He wants you to do. Don't make any big decisions, small decisions without inquiring of the Lord. And that's all I have to say.